When was the last time you did something and immediately thought, that wasn't actually me? Most people know that feeling. Almost nobody knows what's behind it. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you what actually got buried inside you and when. And there's something at the end of this that took me a long time to see. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. There's a part of you that got buried a long time ago, not because it was bad, but because it wasn't safe. Maybe you were too loud, too sensitive, too much, and you learned quickly to make that part smaller. Here's something most people never realize. By the time you're around 7 or 8 years old, you've already figured out which parts of you get love and which parts get rejection. The kid who cried and was told to stop learned that sadness isn't welcome. The kid who got angry and got punished learned that anger is dangerous. The kid who wanted attention and got ignored learned that their needs were too much. So what do? You hide those parts. You push them so far down that eventually you forget they're even there. Psychologists call this your shadow. Carl Jung coined the term. And before you switch off, this isn't abstract theory. This is just a part of you that you stopped letting yourself be. And here's what nobody tells you about that buried part. It didn't go anywhere. Just because you buried it doesn't mean it went away. You've probably felt it in small ways. A reaction that felt bigger than the moment deserved. A pattern that keeps showing up no matter what changes around you. A quiet pull away from something you actually want, right when it's finally about to happen. That's not a flaw. That's not weakness. That's the shadow running quietly in the background. You're not broken. You're not crazy. There's just a part of yourself you haven't met yet. Most people's instinct at this point is to push away that part, to treat it like a problem to fix. That's the mistake. And what I'm about to say might completely change how you see it. Imagine a little kid hiding in a closet. They're not evil. They're just scared. And they've been there so long. They think hiding is just life. That's the shadow. The parts of you that never got to be seen. The anger that never got expressed. The grief that never got held. The ambition someone told you was arrogance. This isn't about becoming a different person. It's about becoming a more complete version of who you already are. Most people never get to this part. Not because it's hard, but because nobody showed them where to actually look. Step 1. Watch your reactions. Don't judge them. Just watch. The moment something pulls a stronger response than the situation calls for, get curious. Maybe write it down in one line. What happened, what you felt. You're not analyzing. You're just catching what's usually invisible. Step 2. Notice what you're avoiding. Not the big, obvious things. The small daily ones. The feeling you keep moving past. The conversation you keep postponing. What you consistently refuse to feel is almost always what you most need to look at. You don't need to go digging through your whole past. You just need to start paying attention to what keeps showing up, because it keeps showing up for a reason. The most important relationship you'll ever have is with yourself. Not the one the world shaped, but the one underneath it. You've been living as the version that made it through. The question is, are you ready to meet the one that's actually still waiting?